You know, some people will do anything for what is most important to them. And it appears that today, everywhere on earth, to have a wonderful, nice life, mean you have to have access. You have to have access to resources. And the one thing that gives you access to mostly anything is money. Set up that way by rich people because it gave them access to anything. And those who didn't have it couldn't have access. So any system of government that was designed to progress or whatever, it had an attachment where money was always the main part because it gave those who had it power over those who didn't. Now, many of us didn't live in the 17th, 1800s. Some of us didn't even live in the 1900s. Some of us did. But you know what? They still gave us certain information that they wanted us to have. You remember how important it was so people could have a place to live, especially those who were immigrants. They were looking for places here and there. Not everybody were immigrants. They were just going from one place to another trying to find a better life where they could farm or raise cattle or horses, buffalo. Yeah, even buffalo. They wanted a better life. They didn't have too much money, but they were trying to do what they could to get some money. You remember what they told us on television and the movies? They told us that some people were so desperate for a life that was worthwhile until they would buy guns. Here again, buy guns to kill people who were in their way. And then others were so interested in money and outcomes of conflict that they would buy guns and give them to the people who others had gotten guns to kill. It wasn't so you could protect yourself. I mean, that was the pretext. I'm selling you guns so you can protect yourself. But what they were really selling the guns for, so they can get the money. They didn't care who died on whatever side, just give us the money. And that's the basic same thing that's happening in the world today. The same old attitude. Some aggressor, you got some friends on the other side. They think they care about you. What they'll do, they'll sell you some guns, get in your debt, so you can defend yourself. They won't defend you in behalf of others. They won't fight others in your behalf, but they will sell you. Some of them will. Some of them will. Now I got to give it, depending on what their investment is. But the most obvious, blatant, was when white people were taking the Indians' land, stealing the Indians, and pushing them into degradation. And then would sell them guns so they could fight back. Not to defend themselves. That's what they were doing, defending themselves. But that's not why they got the gun. They got the gun so the people could make the money. Isn't that sad? Isn't that sad? You know? See, this is the way, and I try to make it clear, but I can't because your whole life you've heard it one way. Systems of the world are designed in such a way that those things that they have made important all over the country, money. You know, they might have other names for it, but it's the same thing. They operate that same old belligerent, evil way. And the God that I serve, the one that I'm sitting in this chair talking to you about right now, what I haven't been talking about, I've been talking about the devil, but let me tell you about the God. Made the earth in a special kind of way. Fruits and vegetables and meat, wheat, grain, all those things that we need for food was made possible by the power that put us here. But it didn't put a whole bunch of stuff here to spoil. No, he put that a need for our survival in us. And the ability to get up, exercise the gifts we got, to go out and bring in enough food to serve us during a period of time. Not to spoil, not to rot, but through a period of time. And when that is going, then we can go and do it again. And you can stretch it out to a system to cover the earth. The food and all of the resources are there. We have to do something. It didn't require money. It required a need to eat. And a blessing because whatever your gift was gave you your greatest joy in that process. Ain't God great? Look at God. Look at him, ladies and gentlemen. God put all that resource in earth, put a need in us to want to, and have really to utilize these resources. And then gave us a spirit that would allow us to go out there and do it and bring it in and eat and be healthy. That's what God did. We could work together with everybody, laugh and smile, and that's what God did. Then man came into being. They said man was influenced by the devil. Now, I really don't know what the devil is, but I associate the devil with evil. And so anybody that's doing evil is associated with the devil. And the degree of evil tells you your commitment to the devil. And that's all men are about, their commitment to the devil. Human beings are as committed to the devil as the Trumpers are committed to Donald Trump's lies. There's no difference. Human beings are as committed to the devil as the Trumpers are to those lies that they have been fed by Trump. Now, that's just here. All over the earth, it's the same kind of way. It's the same kind of way. And they've got good people, but good people, I want to say this, every good person in America and all over the earth, if you haven't changed the system that you live in, you should be dead. You should be dead from trying. You should be dead from trying. And if you're killed, then nobody should be living on the earth but demons. Nobody should be living on earth but demons. Man, what good people got living here for if they can't do something? And what would godly people be here for? But to be evident that they are godly by being murdered for being godly. And all the angels will welcome you back wherever you're prepared to go. That's just a thought I'd share with you. Until next time, Eddie Marcus.